For a generation, one woman has been synonymous with sex in our nation and in the world. And that woman is Cassie Wright. And tonight, she's joining us for an exclusive interview on the eve of what will be her final and record-breaking adult feature. Ladies and gentlemen, the insurmountable Cassie Wright.
Good evening. I'm so excited to be here this evening.
Cassie, you are undoubtedly the most famous woman in the world. How does that feel?
Oh, you know, I don't always feel so famous. I just feel like Cassie, just doing what I do, and I'm excited when people recognize me, and at times I'm not as excited when I want to be left alone.
This upcoming film has generated just a storm of publicity for people living in a cave. Can you give us a general overview?
We're breaking all world records. World record has been set a number of times throughout the years, but no one actress has enjoyed 600 men in one film. This will certainly entertain my audience and set myself even further apart than I already have been.
You've been such a pioneer. You starred in the all-singing, all-dancing Chitty Chitty Gangbang, as well as the very nostalgic Beat Me in St. Louis. Why 600 Men as your last film? Doesn't this put you in a certain danger?
Does it put me in danger? Perhaps, but it's become very important to me that as my last film, I give back to the community that has supported me for so many years. Yet another film of the same nature would not be what my fans deserve.
Now, you've never been a stranger to controversy and to scandal, and one perennial rumor in the adult industry is that you gave birth to a child that was conceived during the making of your first feature. True or false?
Well, it's certainly true that I've given birth to many unusual things. A child is actually true. Yes, I did.
Is there a message, anything that you would like to tell to this child that you've never met?
Yes, there is. I would like to tell that child that although I may not have been the mother that one would expect or hope for, I hope that they'll find it in their heart not to forgive me, but to accept the decisions that I made.
But I sense some deep buried secret anger, a rage within the breast of Cassie Wright. Will you address that?
Anger. Don't we all have some anger? Not everything in life has gone exactly as I had planned or as I would be pleased with. So yes, I have some anger. I have some resentment towards some of the folks I've worked with over the years. But all in all, as my career has flourished, I've learned to set that aside.
And the drugs, Cassie. Have you set the drugs aside?
There has been no history of drug abuse in my life. I have taken only drugs that have been prescribed to me when necessary and needed.
And is that why you spent much of last year at the Betty Ford Clinic?
Well, supporting friends, don't we all need to do that?
Speaking of friends, true or false? You and Kurt Russell.
Is it true that we're great friends? Certainly it is.
You and Mel Gibson.
I can't stand that man.
Osama bin Laden.
If you can find him.
With the world so full of Britneys and Christinas and Lindsays, who do you think will be the lasting sex symbol for the next generation?
I believe the lasting sex symbol of the next generation will remain Cassie Wright. I believe that my legacy will live on and will outlast all of the Britneys and Lindsays and Christinas of the world today.
Cassie Wright, goddess, mother, drug addict, slut. She's a woman of many contradictions, and she's agreed to join us here tonight. I'm sure I speak for the entire world when I wish you good luck on a future that stretches out ahead of you. To romance.
To romance.